Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story of high drama, international accusations, and a prestigious debate that collapsed into a complete farce. This isn't just any debate. We're talking about the Oxford Union, one of the world's most famous debating societies. The motion on the table was a spicy one. This house believes that India's response to Pakistan is a populist strategy sold as security policy, a fiery topic, right? The stage was set for a major showdown between prominent figures from both India and Pakistan. But just hours before it was supposed to happen on November 27th, the whole thing fell apart, leading to a war of words on social media. So, what exactly went wrong? Let's unpack the chaos. According to Indian lawyer J. Sai Deepak, who is set to be a key speaker for the Indian side, the entire event was unstable from the get-go. He pointed out on X, formerly known as Twitter, that the Oxford Union's leadership included key figures with Pakistani connections. He specifically named the president and the treasurer, suggesting a potential conflict of interest. The problem started piling up just 2 days before the debate. The original high-profile Indian speakers, including a former army chief and a prominent politician, had to pull out due to unavoidable commitments. This sent the Indian team scrambling for last-minute replacements. Despite the tight deadline, Sai Deepak managed to assemble a new team from within the UK, including Manu Kajuria and Pundit Satish K. Sharma. They were ready to go and argue India's case, but then, things took a bizarre turn. On the day of the debate, at 3:13 p.m., Deepak received a call. He was told that the Pakistani delegation, which included high-profile names like former Foreign Minister Hina Rabbani Kar and Defense Minister Khawaja Muhammad Asif, hadn't even landed in London yet. Hearing this, the Indian team, who were on their way, decided to abandon their journey to Oxford. Why travel if the other side isn't even in the country? But hold on, the plot thickens. Shortly after, Deepak claimed he received confirmation that the Pakistani delegation had, in fact, landed and was already checked into a hotel in Oxford. This revelation led him to launch a blistering attack, accusing the Pakistani side of deserting the battlefield even before the battle begins. He suggested they lacked the courage to face a live, unscripted debate and criticized the Oxford Union for allowing its reputation to be dragged in the muck. Indian lawmaker Priyanka Chaturvedi also weighed in, mocking the situation on X, saying, "Pakistan is crying again over an Oxford Union debate. Once again they have proved to be liars." Now, let's look at the other side of the story. The Pakistan High Commission in London released a completely different statement. They claimed it was the Indian delegation that withdrew at the last minute, handing a walkover to the Pakistani side. They framed India's withdrawal as a sign of weakness, suggesting India wasn't confident enough to defend its security policy in what they called a neutral and intellectually rigorous debate. So, who do you believe? We have two completely contradictory accounts. One side says the other chickened out by pretending they hadn't arrived. The other side says the first team simply didn't show up. It's a classic he said, she said on an international scale. This whole episode raises serious questions. Was it a deliberate Pakistani gambit, as Sai Deepak alleges, to avoid a tough debate they couldn't win? Or was it a massive organizational failure by the Oxford Union, caught between two rival nations? Or did the Indian side truly pull out, as Pakistan's High Commission claims? One thing is for sure, what was supposed to be a high-level intellectual exchange devolved into a public spectacle of accusations and finger-pointing. The real loser here might just be the spirit of open debate and the reputation of the Oxford Union itself. It's a messy situation with no clear answers, just a lot of bad blood. What do you guys think happened? Was this a strategic move, or just a monumental screw-up? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's a fascinating and frankly, pretty wild story. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.